According to party president Venaani, the struggle for independence was by no means primarily for political independence, but a big part of it was what he calls significant to social welfare and economic development. He further added that the land reform policy has failed as well as the mass housing scheme, concluding that for a large portion of the Namibian people, access to and distribution of land in urban areas has been left to the forces of the market, which many cannot afford.
You must be politically connected to access land in this country. You must have an amount of influence to be able to access land. What about the majority of Namibians that cannot be able to access land? Considering the history of this country and considering the theme that land has represented in the history of our people, it is a sobering realization that a quarter of a century after we achieved our independence, a vast number of this country people do not own a piece of land, and they can call their own. To say that the issue is worrying is an understatement. For as long as property prices will rise faster than incomes, property will continue to be unaffordable and inaccessible to many people.
The DTA of Namibia, according to Venaani, remains determined in calling for an urgent urban resettlement scheme to provide erven to the poor majority of Namibians as a means to own equity and take black Namibians out of poverty.
I, or the DTA, condone illegal land grabbing. We don't condone it. One must acknowledge, we are not condoning people to take the law into their own hands. But one must acknowledge, and acknowledge firmly, that affordable property prices are a staggering shortage of service land and blatant favoritism in the allocation and sale of land by local authorities across Namibia has resulted in a situation where the man on the street cannot gain access to urban residential land through recognized and official means.
Another critical issue that was adopted at the meeting is the need to modernize and bring meaningful transformation from the public perception that the DTA of Namibia is still affiliated with its colonizer predecessors. The party will engage in extensive consultations across the country to establish what party members' ideas are on establishing a modernized transformed party.